Maxi Kleber just might be the X factor, the secret weapon that this Dallas Mavericks team may need going forward, as since his return from injury, he has secretly and quietly been just doing all the right things on the court to help this Dallas Mavericks team maintain their 6-game winning streak. As well as Luka Doncic had some pretty high praise for Derrick Lively during the All-Star break, as well as some other people throwing a little bit of disrespect and maybe just forgetting how great some of our ex-Dallas Mavericks players have been. How's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news and everything Mavericks related. And before we get started in today's video, 90.7% of you guys watching are not subscribed. That number is slowly but surely getting down. But if you're enjoying the videos, if you're enjoying the content, if you're enjoying just looking forward to anything that I'm dropping on this channel, make sure you hit subscribe, as we're dropping them back to back and you don't want to miss a single thing that we do here. But without further ado, we got to get into today's first topic, our secret weapon, Maxi Kleber. And like I said in the intro, ever since he got back from his injury, I want to say he missed about 35 games with a pinky toe injury. I think it was like dislocated. I know that now, after the reports came out, that he actually has to wear like a metal, some type of metal thing in his shoe to kind of keep the toe in place, which I can only imagine how comfortable that is while playing basketball. But Maxi Kleber has definitely been just that secret weapon, that X-Factor type of guy for us. And even though we have players like PJ Washington, even though we have players like Gafford and Derrick Lively, that doesn't mean that Maxi Kleber gets pushed to the end of the bench. It doesn't mean that he gets just forgotten about. Dwight Powell, a different story. No disrespect to Dwight Powell, but in his case and what his skill set is for Dwight Powell, we have that in better in Derrick Lively and Daniel Gafford. But that doesn't mean that the skill set that Maxi Kleber brings his team should be ignored. Right here, film study, Maxi Kleber remains major Dallas Mavs X factor. We all had written him off already. I honestly think offensively he is playing his best basketball. I can't remember him doing pass fakes or mid-range pull-ups after driving after a closeout. Even his screen setting seems to have improved. Defense isn't quite peak Maxi, but not too far off. The end result is that we now have Maxi, Derrick Jones Jr., and PJ as wings with size who can also switch on to small forwards and are not even totally lost when dealing with guards. On top of that, Lively isn't totally lost either on the perimeter, and Gafford is at least okay-ish, meaning teams will have a very hard time gaining advantages in the pick and roll and screen actions. So overall, I am good with our rotation on the 4 and 5, and our biggest area of need is now small forward point of attack. Not because we got worse, but because we got better at the 4-5. Green plus Exum and Derrick Jones Jr. are still fine options for this position, and I cannot agree anymore with that, guys. We've seen it in that little small sample size since the trade deadline that Maxi Kleber has been just perfect for us. I know we put out a few videos of the buyout market and who should we go after, who do we want to add to this roster as we go into the end of the season and into the playoffs. But honestly, we may just need to stand pat. Maybe we just don't make any moves and we just invest in the guys that we have. We let them flourish. We don't want to take any of their minutes away because, like I said, these guys are just coming back from injury. Not many games played together under their belt. I think Luka's played with the most different lineups out of most teams this season. So it's really important that we don't disrupt that flow and we let guys play together. They gel, especially with Daniel Gafford, especially with PJ Washington being new additions to the team, especially with Dereck Lively and Maxi Kleber coming back from injury along with Kyrie Irving as well. But seriously, Maxi Kleber might just be that X factor. Maybe he's our sixth man off the bench or just that guy that just does all the small things that you want from him. And with his stats this year, like I said, he missed about 35 games. He only has 19 under his belt, so those numbers aren't perfect. They're not great. They don't jump out at you. He's averaging 5 points a game, 3.6 rebounds, 1.8 assists, shooting 46% from the floor, 35% from three, and 65% from the free throw line. Those numbers don't really jump at you. They may not, just yell 6th man of the year, and that's fine. It's a small sample size of only 19 games. He's coming back from an injury while still playing with this, from what I've seen, he's still playing with the same injury. But Maxi Kleber is definitely going to be an important piece for us going forward as we have big guys down low like Derrick Lively, big guys down low like Daniel Gafford, but who's going to be that stretch on the wings? Maxi Kleber, who, if you want to try to drive and take it to the hole on Maxi, he'll stay right in front of you. He is a great defender. Some games are better than others. But the way that this Dallas Mavericks team is constructed, I think Maxi Kleber is going to be very important for us down the stretch for the rest of this season after All-Star break and leading into the playoffs. But you guys let me know down in the comment section down below. Do you think that Maxi Kleber is really that X factor, that secret weapon like I think he is? You let me know. But we also got to talk about some choice words that Luka Doncic had. Luka Doncic giving Derrick Lively praise. It's All-Star break. We mentioned on the last video, Derrick Lively was in the Rising Stars Challenge, where he did win the whole thing. He had a pretty good game, a pretty good 2 games, had the highest plus-minus on his entire team. Once he was a plus 20, just phenomenal. But I've said it enough. I know I get flamed in the comments talking about Dereck Lively, Rookie of the Year. I understand. I know I might be a delusional homer. I get it. It's most likely going to go to Chet Holmgren or Victor Wembanyama. Take your pick. But in my heart of hearts, Dereck Lively is the Rookie of the Year because I just love what this young guy is able to do for this team and just the instant impact. As to think last season we traded for Kyrie Irving, and then shortly after for the second half of the season we just start losing games. We fall into the lottery. Didn't really get that high of a pick. It was a good lottery pick, but it wasn't like a top 3, obviously. And we were still able to land a player like Dereck Lively, who at 19 years old was instant impact. We were able to just insert him instantly into the lineup, and it's paid dividends for us. You know, a lot of people were unsure that a rookie should be having this type of freedom, and I'm pretty sure Jason Kidd also thought that as a rookie, you're not going to be doing too much, you know, but there was a need that needed to be filled, and Dereck Lively fills that need for us. But everybody's going to say what they want to say about Dereck Lively, but Luka Doncic had this to say about Dereck Lively. Luka on Dereck Lively saying his energy is great. I mean, my favorite word, amazing. He listens to everybody, never complains, and on the court, he looks like he played 10 years already in the league. So I'm really happy that he's on our team. And Luka, I am too. I'm very happy that we do got Dereck Lively. And right here, I'll throw it up. His stats for the season, his rookie year, he's averaging 9 points, 7 rebounds, and 1.3 assists, shooting 73% from the floor, which is insane. Doesn't shoot the 3. Keep that at 0. I'm fine with that. 55% from the free throw line, which will improve in time. And just, it's amazing. Like I said, what Dereck Lively does at this age as a rookie for the Dallas Mavericks team is insane. Now, I get it. He's not a Chet Holmgren. He's not a Victor Wembanyama. Maybe to some people he's not a generational talent, but that's fine. We don't need him to be a Chet Holmgren or a Victor Wembanyama. We need him to be a Dereck Lively, and he's doing what he does best. And it's always good to have your team's one of your team superstars in Luka Doncic, just giving him praise just publicly, letting it be known that, hey, this is my guy. He's amazing. In Luka's words, he is amazing, and he does all the things. And one word that I've seen that just tossed around when describing Dereck Lively is his maturity. A lot of people describe Dereck Lively as someone who looks like he's been in the league for years already. Even Luka Doncic said it looks like he's been in the league for 10 years. Dereck Lively is the guy. Going forward, in years to come, he's going to have a great career with the Dallas Mavericks. Hopefully, he brings home a chip. But like I said before, it's All-Star Week, and a whole lot's going on. And apparently, the Dallas Mavericks get a little disrespect. I'm going to throw this up here. It's All-Star Week. Like I said the other day, Dereck Lively had the Rising Star Challenge. Right about now, at the time of this recording, the All-Star Game is actually going on. But last night during the three-point competition, Kenny Smith had a very big brain fart and just a lapse in memory saying that Karl Anthony Towns was the first big man to win the three-point competition. And on Twitter, Mavs fans on Twitter were quick to point out, I'm all over the place with this, that in 2006, Dallas Mavericks forward Dirk Nowitzki became the first 7-footer win the three-point contest in NBA history. So just a little history lesson for those that may forgot, those that just don't remember. It was Dirk Nowitzki in 2006 who did win the three-point competition as the first 7-footer in NBA history. And a lot of people also seem to forget that Kyrie Irving, I want to say it was back in 2011. 2012, I could be wrong. But we have another three-point competition winner in Kyrie Irving. He also won the three-point competition when he was in Cleveland. So the Mavericks are known to keep a couple sharpshooters on them. And from the images that I flashed up, we got the Don. We got Luka getting ready for the All-Star game. He means business. And last season, every year, the All-Star game, we only have a few players that really stand out in the box scores. You know, even though Luka is a starter, he was a starter last year, started this year. Last year, his numbers really weren't that flashy. I'll throw up the box score. His team did lose, but he, as a starter, only played 19 minutes, had 4 points, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you can see there Joel Embiid had a good game, LeBron a decent game, Kyrie Irving went off, and just up and down, everybody had either a really good game or just a mediocre game. And that's just kind of how the All-Star game is. Guys don't want to get injured. If you're the All-Star MVP, that's nice, but they'd much rather just save their body, save their energy for after All-Star break, once when the season resumes, going into the playoffs. But hopefully our man Luka is coming for the All-Star Game MVP. He needs some type of hardware because the disrespect leading up to today has been just crazy. So I hope Luka has a great game. I'll be watching, and you best believe I'll be reporting on that tomorrow. But then again, back to the whole Dirk Nowitzki thing. This was from last night. Talking about Karl Anthony Towns. I'm the greatest shooting big man in NBA history. Yeah, sure, you came and shoot behind the three-point line. And look at this. The ref is pointing at it like, hey, bro, your foot. Hey, bro, your foot. And I can't show the whole video, but I watched it in at least 4 shots back-to-back. He's shooting with his foot on the line. And I get it. Maybe the lights. Maybe he was just in his head, not focused about it. But I just found that kind of funny. The best three-point shooting big man in the world on the three-point competition. Yeah, foot on the line. Now, Karl Towns did win it. Congratulations, you won it a few years ago, last year, I think. But I'm just saying, Damian Lillard won it this year. One of these days, we'll get a Dallas Maverick guy out there to shoot it. Maybe Luka Doncic needs to do it. Maybe Kyrie Irving has to do it again for the one time. But that's all I got for you today, guys. Thank you for making it this far into the video. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing we do. In the description below will be a link to the Discord. Make sure you check that out. We have a Digest Media Discord. We have a little section for the Mavs Digest. You can reach out to me. We can talk about the Mavericks, talk about hoops, talk about whatever. I'm very active there. So make sure you check that out. And until next time, guys, peace.